What's going on? Another TCC Challenge Extreme in the bag. Yeah, he's done. This one was not too bad. And thank goodness, because I need a break from that last one. That last one, man. Anyway, quick shout outs to the Crystal Chronicle podcast. Mark, Chris, Mino, thank you guys for always, putting up these challenges and whatnot. And all the hard work you guys do. Thank you very much. Also, to City Info, to Macnol, and they're all your hard work as well. Thank you guys very, very much. And I'm going to leave a link to both of them in the description. So definitely go check them out. Great guys. So, all right, so let's get into this. All right. So I'm going to go to the band units early. This is later, like I did last time for some reason. So we have Arciela, Vanille, Ferris, Cyan, Balthier, Hope, Snow, Galoof, Zack, Edge, Lightning, Aranea, and as a friend. For the extreme, you can only use Chocobo or Moogle as your summon, and no friend unit, which seems to be the case for every extreme lately. But anyway. Yeah, so this one wasn't too bad. I actually completed this with 3 teams. I recorded 2 of them. The third one I did today, because actually I did this last night, and I was going to stream last night, but when I got home I was like super tired. I was just like, I'm going to be so tired and probably not going to be so energetic and whatnot to talk to or whatever. I don't know. Yesterday it drained me. I don't know what it was. Maybe from work, I don't know, it was rough. Anyway, but I did do some of these last night, and even though I was tired, I was still able to complete them. Go figure. So this actually wasn't, was this my first team? Shit, I don't remember who my first team was. No, this was not the first team I took in. This is actually the second team I took in. But I figured I would post this one first because this one has some interesting things. And also, lately the couple chaos fights have had some bugs. I stated it in the last video I did for the TCC Extreme, where if you had Shadow in your party and somebody else got HP hit by the first wave, those ghosts, that he would counterattack them for some reason. That was weird. These guys, they have a weird bug. I tried the evasive team with what was it, Shadow, Aiko, and 8. I only tried one time just to see how well it would work. It's not that great, guys, because Aiko hits for ones. Yeah, it's pretty bad. The other guys have no problem because they have some, ignore defense stuff. Especially 8 with his counters and stuff. But anyway, they did a weird thing with that team when they would target all and do their, this attack, I think, right here. Yeah, this attack right here, right? The first one would do it, right? Then the second one would do it in all attack, but it would cast it on the other monster. It was so weird. It did nothing to him, though. He would casted it, and I was looking, I was like, where's the animations? What happened, guys? And then I look at the other monster and I see some sparks and stuff going on over there on his side, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on over here? They didn't even they're too scared to cast it on the counter characters because they were like, oh, I'm not casting on them, I'm just gonna get countered. I saw what happened to the last guy. Screw that, I'm casting it on him. It's not gonna do nothing to him. Yeah, just weird bugs lately. I don't know. So anyway, here's the team I took. My Vayne actually has Vanille's E-Sphere, so he can actually dispel. Since they pretty much ban all dispellers. Well, at least chaos viable ones. I know Lion can dispel, but I just don't know if she would be able to hit really hard here. I guess you would have to really boost her stats. Plus, these monsters like to do a lot of all attacks, and that kind of ruins her since she doesn't want to be targeted. And since you can't bring a tank here, well, rip that idea. Well, they banned most of the tanks. They didn't ban like Bosch or Celeste, which Celeste actually would be pretty decent here. At least I would think, as long as you boost your damage and stuff. Just because these guys have really high defense with that buff. If you don't have like a good amount of auras or Imperial Enchant kind of thing, it's a little rough. So anyway, I went with this team. All these guys have auras, so they're kind of like stacking with one another, and obviously they're going to be imperiled and enchanted by Fujin. But I like this run the most because you get to see how well Freya actually can save your team. Now, I've always said, like, you know, her last stand buff is like, you know, it's kind of there like a safety net. You know, you're not always going to rely on it, but, well, let me tell you, it actually saved my butt. I think like 2 times in this run, if I remember correctly. I'm kind of watching it for the first time with you guys at the same time I'm recording this since last night. So I don't remember everything that happened in this run. So I'm just going to be surprised when it happens and whatnot. So anyway, let's see. But yeah, Freya with Fujin is really, really nice. Since she can boost her damage quite a bit, especially with these guys having high defense with, you know, their invisible buff on top of their their framed buff. Still hitting decent numbers. Look at that. Vayne is still hitting like 9s with just a basic HP attack. And the thing had, I think, the defense up, right? Okay, he hit this halfway point, so it went down some. Alright. Here, I think I just jump. And that's another thing. People forget that, like, yeah, maybe her skills don't hit as hard or have as many hits. But look at her jumps. Look at that. Look at that battery. She battery herself 35k. And everybody like 10k. That's pretty nuts. If you think about it. Oh, I forgot to mention another bug. I actually did it with the third team I beat it with. I kind of don't want to ruin it because I'll just post them what the teams were. So just look forward to that, I guess. Let's see. And this team was actually pretty good with Fujin because Vayne on the second wave can dispel some of the buffs on those monsters, so that way you can get the resist down on the monsters because, yeah, without that, they just stack debuffs, stack buffs on themselves constantly, and then you can't put the resist down on them. So, you'll see with the other team, but I was still able to do it, especially with one of my favorite characters, so yeah, we get to see that. But anyway, this team was like, you know, all aura based, have some dispel, have some healing, have some enchants, have some brave regen. You know, this team was all around pretty solid, honestly. I could take this team to probably a lot of different chaoses and it would do pretty well. Since Vayne doesn't have to worry about buffs falling off of him, except for maybe the speed buff, but that doesn't really matter too much on him. That Fujin provides, that doesn't really matter. And believe it or not, now I was never a huge fan of like speed buffs per se. Like speed passives, yeah, you could probably get rid of those, but speed buffs aren't too bad. And maybe even, I would say maybe even speed passives might actually be decent now. Just because monsters, you know, their invisible buffs, they're just getting so high, they're getting so fast. Look how many turns they're gonna have in a row. And I have Freya with some speed to the party and Fujin as well. These guys are getting massive turns. And look at that. Freya, a normal character would have died right there, right? But not her. She didn't die because of her last stand buff. Pretty amazing. and it's gonna happen again. Because I don't think Fujin breaks him here. Yeah. So Vayne's going to take a nasty hit here too. I think. Usually if they have Brave, they'll do an HP attack. Okay, he didn't. That's surprising. But usually if they have Brave, they'll usually do like their combo attack. What they basically just did to Freya. But B is about to do the Trinity Hurricane, I believe. I don't know how to tell. I just have a feeling, you know? I don't know if that's weird. I just get the gut feeling that they're going to do it, so... Okay, so here I think I summon, because I can't eat an all attack, because Freya would die. Even with C65. Actually, no. I think she would be fine. Yeah, I think I actually didn't summon yet. I think I just Dragon Breath. Yep. I said, screw that. I'm at halfway anyway. Nobody can die here. See? But now we're in trouble. Because I think A is about to do it in 1-2. So I'm like, well, I kind of wanted to save it for later. I'm like, well, I guess I have to summon. Because there is a bug on the second wave. Shout out to Soul DFFOO for pointing this out. I actually watched his video of him showcasing Fujin. Shout outs to him. I'll leave a link to him too as well. He actually pointed something out that I didn't even know about this fight. That if you enter the second wave with the summon, now normally when you enter that wave, they would have 2 consecutive turns. One to put on their buffs, and then they just fly up in the air, right? But if you enter the summon into that wave, they don't automatically do that. They just have 1 turn, and what they're going to do is just put on their buffs. And then their turns just fly back like a ton of turns. And my only reasoning behind that, he didn't really understand why, if it was like a bug or something. But I have a feeling it's because that's the reason why they gave them 2 consecutive turns. So that way they can just buff themselves and not get pushed back a ton of turns. And making them only have 1 turn and then they buff themselves makes them lose a bunch of turns, because it probably has like really low turn rate. Like some monsters have that, where they buff themselves or do something, giving themselves a crap load of Brave, and then they have low turn rate, you know? So I think it was something like along those lines. So that's another bug. I didn't exploit it with any of the 2 teams. I did exploit it with the 3rd team, which that team was pretty nice. But all these teams were actually really nice, really. Pretty fun, you know? I was like, oh, I'm going to use Pandemonium. I'm like, wait a minute. We got to use Chocobo. Crap. Oh well. I did most of these chaoses on stream though. I actually didn't have Fujin built though yet. Actually, I was still pulling for her, and at the time, I did get her, and I was contemplating if I was gonna 3 out of 3 her, but I was like 98% sure that I was. So, like the next day at work, I started working on her boards on my breaks. And she was pretty much set, and I was like, okay, I'll just stream after work. And nope, I was extremely exhausted. I was really tired. So didn't happen, unfortunately, but like I said, I did do some of the runs for the challenge. So look at that jump, how much Brave I got. Like almost 50k. Well, I didn't get 50k, but I got like 30. She gets like almost like 30 something. But yeah, there's not really much else to really say about this team. I don't know what else I can really say. Huh. Here I'm just checking to see what her turn order is going to be. That's important for her, especially if you are going to time her EX, you know? So here, I think I just jump. High jump, I mean. Because it's good to chart. Well, okay, maybe I was going for the kill then. Which was pretty close. Look at that sliver of HP. It's fine though. He can get a bunch of brave, it's no big deal. He's gonna die in like 1 HP attack anyway. So that's fine. Oh, look, I don't have any threat. Oh, you want to hit somebody? Go for it, buddy. Unless he doesn't all attack, which I know he wasn't. He's gonna do it. See? We're fine. The Freya buff coming in handy, huh? And the good thing about Vayne, he has multiple turns. Look at his HP. Look at his HP. Oh, he's fine again now. Freya's so good. I know a lot of people said bad things about her, but she is good, man. She's not like this heavy DPS character, but she is a solid support slash DPS character. I consider her more of a support character than a DPS character. And maybe that's why her numbers for damage aren't like crazy, you know. But then you look at Arciella. But granted, Arciella has her character boards now already, you know. What would she play like without character boards? I don't know. But I know Freya, I know when she gets her character boards, I know I'm getting them instantly. And I hope they're soon. I actually don't know when she gets them. I'll have to look into that. Alright, so here's the second wave. This, now, like I said, they give themselves tons and tons and tons of buffs. So I have to, like, that's what the reason why Vayne's here, because, you know, he's gonna just, like, dispel some of them, so that way we get some, you know, we can land the wind resist down on them. Now the other team I took, they didn't have any dispeller, and I will admit that I did take Fujin in that team as well. And yeah, didn't get the weakness all the time, but it's still having the debuff proccing on them was kind of nice, I guess. Still, I don't know. It was still pretty fun though, and it doesn't matter as long as it gets the job done, right? I completed the extreme with it, so it worked. So here, I think I wanted to break A. Oh, but my console buff fell off. So I had to use Force of Will to kind of get it back on. So unfortunately the Force of Will is only going to like break it once. Which it only would remove one buff anyway, even if I broke it twice. So it wouldn't have mattered. Actually, I should have probably attacked. I guess I was trying to focus one more than the other. Okay. Yeah, and I should have HP attacked the other one, because that one has the wind debuff. That was my mistake. Maybe like I said, I was really tired when I did this, guys. So I might have messed up here and there. Especially, it's a good thing to look back at your videos too, because it makes you better too. Because you're like, oh, I should have did this and that, you know, and this and that, and like, ah, that's a good idea, and you know, you figure things out, you know, and it makes you better as a player. So definitely always check out your videos. Like here, I should have been. I guess I was just so focused on just killing one more than the other, but that one didn't even have the freaking debuff. And I should have sided. Where's my Sai? Sai, please, 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 Sai. Thank you. Okay, I sighed. Good job, me. There we go. Now we got the resist down. Not hitting that hard. Hitting okay. There's another buff gone. Here, I'm probably just gonna jump because they're both focusing her. Look at that brave man. Nuts. Cannot tell me that that jump attack is not good. 10k to your party, like damn near 35k to your own self. It's nuts. Well, I'm definitely gonna EX. I'm gonna do it on B because the other one's still launchable, even though we're gonna break him out of order, unfortunately, because of the way the brave was. I mean, I guess I could have used your 65, but I'm trying to save those for like really like dire strengths there. Although I probably could have did it there. I haven't used one yet, right? I don't know. I haven't really been paying that much attention. I've been watching, but I can't remember if I did use the 65. I'm definitely probably gonna high jump here. Or not. I'm going to Dragon Breath. I guess to shave the other one a little bit. Okay, Onslaught, that's fine. That's one thing that can get around my last stand buff though. So, but I have a feeling that if I remember correctly, they can't hit too high. They can't for like probably like 10k even if they break you. But you know, it just depends on what brave they're at when they do hit you. You know when Vayne goes up like that with his EX? Now I know it's, you know, they're speaking, you know, Japanese and stuff like that. But every time I hear him say that, I always hear, "I'm into coffee." I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. I know that's not what he's saying. But I'm like, it sounds like every time I hear it, I was like, "I'm into coffee," and then he launches into the air. I'm sorry. I thought it was pretty funny, but I don't know. Maybe, I mean, I should say that. I don't know. Because I love coffee, though. So, because I'm into coffee as well, you know. So that's probably why I hear it. Let's see. Right, nice. 14k battery to everybody. I saw the number. Speaking of coffee, let me grab mine. Yeah, I woke up today. I had to go to my my job because they're giving gift cards out for Publix. They actually gave them out to two of them before when we weren't working. I had a feeling that was coming. And this one's probably going to do the same, I think, if I remember correctly. I think that's why I Brave's attack. Because if I get broken, it's going to hit me for a lot more. Okay. His next attack will be an HP attack then. But yeah, they were giving out gift cards to Publix. So after I went to go pick those up, I went to Publix to get some groceries. So it was great. I had to go to the bank real quick. And then, yeah. Obviously I picked something up to cook for tonight. I think I'm going to make a beef stew tonight. Because it sounds pretty good for a beef stew. So probably after this starts rendering this video, I'm going to start getting it prepped. So that way I can have it for, tonight. Probably it'd be ready probably around the same time the Crystal Chronicle podcast will be on. So it'll be good timing. Alright, so Freya's gonna get HP attacked. As long as she has like 4k brave, I would say, I think she'll be fine. 10k, she's gonna be totally fine. Yeah, see? That was like 4.4k brave damage, so. And I kind of can figure out how much she gets back from her HP plus right now. So if she's capped out on brave nearly and she hits something with her high jump, she'll get like 10 to 11k. Just depends on auras and whatnot, but it's usually around there. Alright, what are we doing here? Alright, so none of these, only I think I was going to charge my EX. So I'm probably going to Mach Wave, I think. Yeah. It's going to break him out of order, unfortunately. Well, actually, yeah, it's going to break him out of order. At least it's going to break B for sure. I don't know about A, though. Yeah, I didn't break A. Wait. I think it just took off a buff, though. Off of A, even though I didn't break him. Or did I see that wrong? Luckily, when they're flying, they're weak to range. When they're on the ground, they're weak to physical. Oh, a good tip for you guys there. Usually I try to bring out some tips, but we fought these things a few times. Luckily, their great Mazer attack doesn't auto break and auto hit. Okay. Honestly, I think I didn't realize that he was going to be launchable, but whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Alright, even if I target B, it's fine, because it's still going to break A first. But yep. Delay him, even though it's going to break them both, but it'd give us an extra turn, and the attack up buff. Because we're starting to hit chump damage now, so I figured the attack boost would be kind of nice. And yeah. I was contemplating on using it, but I was like, maybe I might save it for a heal. Actually, yeah. I'm not gonna hit cap anyway, so I was just like, let's just do that. Guarantee the kill, because I'm not taking any pixel chances. I'm HP attacking you. I don't care. I don't know what's gonna happen. Force a will. And unfortunately, he has like 2 turns, but that's okay. That's okay. We can fix this. She has high turn rate on that, which is still nice. But I was like, you know what? I think I delayed him again. so that way Freya could battery her. Actually, you know what? I use Metsu because it made her jump in front of Freya. So even if she gets broken here, she just could go behind Freya. It'll give me my frame buff back. So here, I'm probably gonna just Dragon Breath. Just hit him as hard as I can. Because this fight's practically over. You know what's crazy about this team? I was looking at this, and this is almost the same turn count as the third team. And that team has a lot of characters with free turns. Well, some. Yay, and there's the complete. Alright guys, so that's it. Like I said, I'll try to upload the other ones. I'm definitely going to upload 2. I don't know if I'll do the third one because I actually have to record it now. Anyway guys, see you on the next one. See you.